Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X. This is Dragon's Flame, and in this episode we are going to be leaving the Djose temple behind and heading off, I think, towards the Moonflow. So, what was I going to say? That's right. I did not get the chance to do the bios for... Come here, I want to get infinity points. I did not get the chance to do the theme bios for the... Was it Mushroom Rock Road? Hang on. I'll wait until I get outside.
Off so early? Lady Yuna, you must be exhausted after working so hard last night. Will you be okay?
I feel that I have rested enough, but thank you for your kindness. Will you be leaving too?
Yes. First we cross the Moonflow, and then we head north in search of chocobos to replace those we have lost.
Once we find chocobos, our mounted forces will ride again.
Huh? Aren't you missing someone?
Let's go!
Captain! Wait for me!
Always getting left behind.
What took you so long? We're leaving.
You expect me to keep up with a chocobo?
Lady Yuna, I wish you good fortune. Elma, Klasko, let's go.
Ma'am.
Hey, can I just rest a sec?
No?
No complaints.
See? Okay, affinity points. Hopefully I got some with you. So, in this area, the Djose High Road, there is fiends that I never actually got the, I never got the chance to actually put in the last video when we first came in here.
Where to next?
We cross the Moonflow.
Gotcha. Moonflow, baby, here we come.
So what I do is that on the road towards the Moonflow, is I'll actually do the combined efforts of the fiends in this area and also in the Moonflow area, and I will put a little thing up saying that these ones are for the Moonflow and these ones are for the Djose High Road, just so you know what the overkill limit is for them and also for any other information you need to know. Now also, I forgot to mention, because I bluntly missed it when we got the ability spheres, I did not get any equipment that will actually protect me. Okay, so as I was saying, I got no equipment that will help me protect me from being turned to stone. I will probably head back and get some. I'm not sure, I probably won't. I think I said I wouldn't, because there's a part later on in the game that I don't want to cheap out on because of the fact that I do actually have those. But yeah,
So you need some.
if you want to get them, I advise you to more or less get them. But yeah, it's up to you really.
Go, go, go!
So
Take that!
now that I've finally got through this battle, now if you are a bit under-leveled, well, under sphere leveled, whichever way you want to put it, this would be a great place to train, and I'll show you why. And I now officially have more level 1 spheres than what I should. I have 8. Yeah, it's not too bad. Now there is one... hang on.
Good day, everyone. We can all learn a lesson from what has happened to the Crusaders. Only the truly faithful have a hope of defeating sin.
Huh. Yes, as I was saying, there is one particular monster or fiend, and just as I was talking about you, you appear. This one right here, it will probably give you a bit of trouble if you don't have Lulu's, if you don't have her second lot of spells, so I suggest that you get your second lot of spells if you want to try and take that out, otherwise you'll have a fair bit of trouble. Now, I'm not gonna do many fights along here as I'm already over leveled as it is. The only time I will actually do some training is when I get to one of the areas coming up. And when I get there, that this series is going to go on a bit of a break. Now the reason for that is that I want to physically be able to get everything in the game. One of the items that you can get coming up, you have to dodge 200 fucking lightning bolts in a row without getting struck. I think I've got to 160 before, and I want to be able to get the 200 mark. So when we get to that point, the series will be going on a bit of a hold, just this one, and I'll be introducing a new series. What that new series will be is that possibly after this episode gets posted to YouTube, I will be posting a little video basically letting you know what I'm actually doing. And because I was fucking around, I now got into a battle. So yeah, I'll be releasing a video after this one explaining what I'm going to be doing with that series. It is a very similar series as it's going to be an RPG game, and it was also released the same year as this game. So if that gives you a bit of a hint as to what it is, who knows, you know, you can have a bit of a guess at it, but it's one of my favourite games as well, so we'll soon see.
Look! One of Kimahri's friends looks just like him.
What?
Both follow summoners on all fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless! Hornless!
You guys are assholes.
You come to insult Kimahri? Wrong. We come to warn little Kimahri. Summoners disappear. Never return. Next will be Kimahri's summoner. Poor Kimahri lost his horn. Next lose his summoner. Pitiful Kimahri. Howl alone. Howl alone.
Can I punch them for you, Kimahri? What a bunch of fucking dicks.
Those two got something against you? What? They were just picking on you?
Kimahri will deal with them.
And I'll help.
Kimahri alone.
I can't wait to see that.
It's Kimahri's problem. You can't interfere. It's a rule.
I'm worried.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
They aren't just disappearing into thin air.
Hey, if we Guardians do our job, no problem, right?
Oh.
Confident.
Yeah.
Well, for once you actually have a fair point. Now, what have we got here? An X potion. X potion. That will heal you. Say if you have like 2 HP and you have like, say, 5,000 health, it will revive you all the way up. Any status elements, it will not help you in any way there.
I'll be right back.
So that's a pretty hard item to find in the game. You will come across it every so often though. So along this path there's not much really going on. One thing I do hate, and you guys have probably noticed, that it's pretty linear and there's not much really to do on the given paths that you actually walk on. I've been wanting to talk about this since I started playing because of the fact that, you know, I've been looking at the views that I actually have going for this series so far. Really, more level 1 key spheres, and I've noticed that it's pretty slow. Like, I noticed that my first episode is basically the only one that got the...
Think of it as training.
Shut up. That only
I won't go so easy on you next time.
got the most views, as it's got like 20 on there, but it very much diminished along with the... diminished as I went on, basically because I think maybe that this series is one of those ones that you can basically play along with or
Live and let live.
not really watch because it's sort of boring, I will admit. I've tried to watch someone play this and I found it quite boring, personally myself. I'm not saying that the game's bad itself, I just think that because it's so linear and you're basically just walking the path and you got that red arrow on the map that it doesn't give you much time to actually explore around, but hopefully with the next game that I have up and have to install, will basically lift those barriers a little bit.
I'll be right back.
So now that I've gone and said that, let's talk to you, because we saw you on the Mihen High Road.
We meet again.
We certainly do.
I heard you took part in Operation Mihen.
We don't talk about that.
You've seen that Machina aren't the answer.
Yep.
In the end, only summoners can hope to defeat Sin.
Well, we hope so.
You are right. I must train harder.
I can help with that, if you like. I propose a contest of Aeons. A friendly contest, of course.
Sure, why not?
I'm ready.
That's the spirit. But before we begin, I have healed your Aeons.
Thank you.
Well, shall we?
Now this is one thing I forgot, is to show the new summoning for the new Aeon, so you get to have a sneak peek right here.
Call whichever Aeon you want.
My Aeon's still gonna whoop your ass, I can guarantee that. Okay, that was weird, I just had something attack me. I think it's gone? Maybe? Okay. Ifrit, I choose you! Okay, you piece of shit lightning bolt. Bring it.
Don't hold anything back. Show me what you've learned.
What do you think I'm doing? Ah, bollocks. Now, this is something that it doesn't show until now, and I think if you actually beat it, you actually are able to do this to your Aeons. And it says, note that Ixion used haste. How is it that it may use magic that Yuna's Ixion cannot? Well, select abilities in the Aeon menu to find a list of new abilities your Aeon can learn. For example, if you teach Valor the ability Cure, it can heal as well as battle. It can heal as well as English, Kane, English. It can heal as well as fight. So this is something that I think we get after this fight, is that she actually gives us the ability to be able to actually okay, you're going down. The ability to be able to give abilities to our Aeons. Bye bye. Now you may ask, basically, well, what items do you use to customize your Aeons?
Stop. That is enough.
With new abilities? Well, I can easily tell you some of the stuff that you pick up along the way throughout the game, or even steal off monsters when you have that ability, you actually use them.
You're good. You bested me fairly. Here, your prize. Go on.
What? We didn't get it? Oh, there we go. Whew, nearly gave me a heart attack. So this is telling you what you can do with possessing the Summoner's Soul. Allows Aeon to learn abilities by expanding items. Select abilities, then select an Aeon, and a list of available abilities will appear, which is what I kind of already said. And as you see there how it's got Bomb Fragment, those are items that you can either collect by defeating enemies, or you can simply steal off enemies to be able to use for your own benefits for doing this. The item cost for each ability is also displayed at the top right of the screen. On the left is the amount of items currently in stock. So I currently, well, the tutorial says I have 4 bomb fragments. After it learning Null Blaze, it will only have 2 left, so it does show you right there how much you'll end up with. And then it says on the right are the amount of items left after the ability is learned. Items are spent when Aeons learn abilities. Abilities that have already been learned will be greyed out. And abilities for which there are insufficient items are displayed in grey. So if you have them, they're displayed in grey, and if you don't have the correct items, they're also displayed in grey. See how it says that I don't have any Electro Marbles. And we can't select it, obviously. When you select an ability you want the Aeon to learn, you'll ask for a final confirmation. Select yes at the prompt to teach the ability to the Aeon. Aeons can learn most of the same abilities as that of the characters, but there are some abilities that are unavailable to them. This concludes the Learn tutorial. Thank you very much.
I look forward to meeting you again. Till next time, Yuna.
Okay, so if we go into the Aeon and go abilities, Bellafor. So these are the ones that we can use at this stage. Now, one thing that I suggest that you do not do, or you can if you want, is that power spheres, mana spheres, speed spheres, and also ability spheres, you can actually use those to get abilities onto your Aeons. And I would suggest not doing that. But in saying that, if you actually want to be able to use your Aeons to be able to get them back very quickly, you can also use them, and then when you get overkill you get double back. So also there's a list of some stuff down here. So we got Luck that we can't do, Jinx, Cure, we need more high potions, Cura, which is from the X potion, Curaga, which is from Mega Potions, Scan. There's no point getting Scan for the simple reason being is that you can see the HP from immediately summoning it. I don't know why they want that there, but if you want to go for it, you can. And then we got the usual elemental attacks down here. Now, I want to get Ifrit to learn Fire Up, but I don't actually have the means to actually teach it. So when I come across the means to teach it, I will be also teaching it that. But yeah, there's not much really else to the Summoner's Soul. So now that we've done that, we can head down the path here. But before you head off down that way, there's a secret path off to the left here, if I can get in there. If I can not get in a battle for once, that would be helpful very, very much as well.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Ay. Okay. So there should be a path. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And we get a magic defense sphere, so I'll probably give that to Lulu when I get the chance. Oh yeah, and word of advice, this thing also poisons you if it attacks, just like the Ochu back in Kilika. Gives you poisoning from attacking like it does back then. And we have finally made it to the Moonflow. Just a little bit more and we'll be in a new area, thank God.
Whoa.
This is the Moonflow.
These are moon lilies. They say that clouds of fireflies gather here when night falls.
The entire river glows like a sea of stars.
Really? Hey, I got an idea.
No.
We're not waiting till nightfall.
Then, once we beat Sin, we're coming back.
Why the long faces? Come on guys, be positive.
Hey, we better hurry or we'll miss the shoe puff.
Shoe puff?
Shoe puff? That's some kind of boat?
Okay, so let's go see this shoe puff you've been talking about.
Whoa! What the? Whoa!
What the hell? Jesus!
This is a shoe puff.
Whoa! Let's ride! Come on, let's go!
All right. We board soon as we ready, huh?
You need to stop saying yeah, Waka. Okay, so we got a Waka here.
Our Waka at your service.
Got any weapons? Not interested. Not interested because I actually have one. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. What have I got to sell? That I'm gonna keep for him. I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep that. Okay, so Oren, you haven't had an item to help protect you in battle, so I'm gonna give you that one. And now, you can't go back on because I've sold that. Okay, so what have you got to say, Yuna?
Shoe puffs! I haven't ridden one in so long.
What? You've been on one of these?
Well, just once. 10 years ago, with Kimahri. Remember?
Shoe puff shook, Yuna fall in water. Shoe puff scoop up Yuna with long nose. Yuna jump in 3 more times for fun. Kimahri worried.
Whoops.
Good on you, Yuna. Good on ya.
Yuna had fun. Kimahri happy.
Okay, so now that we've gone to the Moonflow, we've seen what a bloody shoe puff looks like. Jesus Christ, it looks like an elephant on steroids. and we just got a bit of backstory from Yuna saying that she's already been here before. So I'm just going to quickly run to the save point, so I can't remember if any more cutscenes happen, and I'll end the episode there.
No, I don't think so. It's a bad idea, yes.
Please, we beg of you.
Impossible! Impossible!
What's wrong?
This guy won't let our chocobo on the shoe puff.
Ah, it is kind of big.
It's just not fair.
He does have a point, though.
So what? We just leave him behind?
Hey, I didn't say that. Just...
I'm staying out of this.
It is no good. We will have to find another way. We will find a ford where we can cross on foot.
Yes, Captain Sir.
But that'll take days.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Suck it up, Clasco.
Oh, boy.
That's our captain.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Those words stayed with me. I wonder how Captain Lucille is doing.
Wait, is that some foreshadowing that just happened there? But anyway, I'm going to end the episode right here, as I want to get all sorted on this other game that I'm going to be playing alongside with this game from now on. That is once I've announced it and actually got a few episodes up and running, and I actually get this series to that point that I was explaining to about where I have to dodge 200 lightning bolts, but we'll get to that stage when we get there. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. So this is Dragon's Flame signing out, and I'll see you guys then.